Hello everyone， 大家好啊！今天是2月24号的最后1分1秒哦，刚好变到12点了。但是不管，因为我24号前1分开始，最后1分开始的，所以今天还是算在24号啦。哈哈，好，那我们今天就继续我们的 FreeCodeCamp， 我们的学习程式语言的部分。那我们上次进行到，也就是昨天进行到 Learn CSS Color by building a set of color markers。这个感觉比起上次做起来更顺欸，1个小时可以就是做完好几个步骤。那还有要做到94，那这边还有我已经做到36了 ，OK， 那我们继续吧。但在继续之前，我先把上面这些清掉好了，顺便复习一下。Contrast,
Contrast.
contrast,
Contrast.
contrast. Complementary colors. Complementary colors.
Complementary.
Complementary. Complementary. Complementary. Complementary colors. Complementary colors. Complementary colors. Complementary colors 就是互补色啦。Complementary colors. Hue.
Hue.
Hue. A degree of lightness, darkness, trace, etc. of a color. In the Caribbean waters, there are fish of very hue. Fish of very hue. Type. A different type of group. Hue. Politicians of all hues wish to get slits of the agenda so they can discuss the real issue. Sleaze. Oh.
Sleaze.
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 Sleaze. 这以前没看过耶，好酷的字哦。Activities, especially business or political, of a low moral standard. The sleaze factor.
Sleaze.
The sleaze factor was the major reason for his electoral defeat.
Electoral.
Okay. Hue. Oh.
Azure.
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 Azure. 好像是某个颜色，对吧？Azure. Chartreuse.
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 Chartreuse. Chartreuse.
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse. Chartreuse. Tertiary.
Tertiary.
Tertiary. Tertiary. Initial 一样。Tertiary. Tertiary education. Tertiary education related to a third level or stage. Tertiary. Margarine. Additive. Food additives. The margarines is full of additives. Just look at the label. is full of adjectives. Additives, additives,
additive,
additive, additive,
additive,
additive, additive, additive. Secondary, secondary,
secondary,
secondary, secondary. Less important than unrelated things. Her health is what matters. The cost of treatment is of secondary important. Is 为什么这边会有个 is， 然后又加个 of？ Is what matters of secondary important. The need for secrecy. Secrecy?
secrecy,
Secrecy. The need for secrecy is secondary to the need to take immediate action. Immediate action. Immediate. Container. Container. Halfway. Halfway. Any halfway descent, teacher should be able to explain the difference between transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive. Intransitive. Decent. Intensitive. Intensity. Measures of light intensity. The intensity of their relationship was causing problems. Magenta. A reddish purple color. 一个比较红的紫色。Magenta. One of the main colors that are used in color printing and photography. Magenta. Overridden. Rectangle. Cyan. Applicable. Affecting or relating to a person or thing. This part of law is only applicable to companies employing more than 5 people. Applicable. Typography. Typography. 排版、排印、版式。The design of the writing in a piece of printing or on the computer screen. Typography. I italicize.
Italicize.
Italicize. Italicize.
Italicize.
Italicize.
Present.
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 Present. Present.
Present.
Present.
Present.
Present. Asterisk.
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 Asterisk. Go, 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 go. Step 37. Notice that the red and cyan colors are very bright right next to each other. This contrast can be distractive if overused on website. 昨天有念过这里 and can make text hard to read and place the complementary if it plays on complementary color background. It's better practice to choose one color as a dominant color.
Dominant.
Dominant color.
Dominant.
Dominant.
And use 就是那个主色调啦。And use its complementary color as an accent to bring attention to certain content on the page. As an accent.
Accent.
Accent. Oh, accent. 强调。突出。
Accent.
As an accent. First, in the H1 rule, use the RGB function to set its background color to cyan. Okay? 没问题。Background color to RGB 来了 RGB boom cyan 我忘记了怎么用了，我想想红绿蓝吗 cyan 它是一个就是类似这个的颜色啊，类似中间现在这个第二个的颜色，所以是我想想蓝色要多一点。它有红色吗？没有，但它有绿色，可能127吧，然后255，这样吗？ Each one CSS rule should have background color set 0, 255, 255. OK. 分号吗？是因为分号的关系吗？不是呢，哪里有错 ？Background color 冒号啊 ，property。问题在哪 ？CSS RPG RGB 啦，在干嘛 ？RGB。那我看一下刚刚的127，确实不同，但这个颜色蛮好看的。Step 38. Next, in the class 1 CSS rules, use the RGB function to set the background color to the black. And in the class 2 CSS rule, use the RGB function to set the background color to the red. 在这个里面呢，让这个 RGB 设定为 background color to the black， 简单000。然后在这边 to the red， 简单255，其他000。Step 39. Notice how your eyes are naturally drawn to the red color in the center. 有多抓人眼球。When designing a site, you can use this effect to draw attention to important headings, buttons, or links. 如果在设计网页时，你可以用这个效果来抓人家的注意力，抓人眼球 ，draw attention。原来是要用 draw attention to important headings， 让就是重要的标题啊、按钮啊，或是连结。There are several other important color combinations outside of complementary colors, but you will learn those a bit later. 这里有一些不同种类的重要的颜色的结合。Out of 是互补色以外的颜色吗 ？Out of complementary colors. But you will learn those a bit later. 但是你会学到这些等等。
outside of,
Outside of. For now, use the RGB function in the class 2 CSS rule to set the background color to black. 很善变呢，一直改来改去。Step 40. Add an H1 CSS rule. Remove the background color property to the value to go back to the default white color. 在这个 H1 的 CSS 里面呢，把背景色改为白色，这也是很善变呢。Property or value？ remove 叫我移掉 ，OK。Step 41. Now it's time to add other details to the markers, starting with the first one. In the first marker div element, change the class 1 to red. 在第一个这个 class div class element 里面，把这个 class 把 class 1改成 red。这里 1改成 red， 就开始标颜色了，名字标颜色了。Step 42. Update class 1 CSS rule to target the new red class. 更新这个的 target。我看一下，这里改成 red。Step 43. And update the RGB function in class red CSS rule so that the red value is at a max. 红色 ，OK， 简单。Step 44. Next, change the class 2 to green in the second marker div, and the class 3 to blue and red， 就跟刚刚一样，改成颜色的名字，绿跟蓝 ，green and blue。 Step 45 update CSS， 跟刚刚一样，这里 green and blue。我刚刚忘记改颜色了 ，sorry。他要叫我改颜色吗？其实我也不太记得，应该没有，不然他就不让我过了。Step 46. A very common way to apply color to an element with CSS is with hexadecimal or hex value. Hexadecimal. Hexadecimal. 有一个非常常见的方法来用颜色，那怎么用颜色呢？就是有个 CSS element， 用这个16进制、16进位制，或是这个 hex values。While hex values sound complicated， 就是这个16进制听起来很复杂 ，complicated。They are really just another form of RGB value。但是它们其实就真的只是另外一种形式的 RGB value， 另外一种形式的颜色表现方式啊。Hex color value start with a sharp， 这应该是 sharp 吧？这个怎么念 ？Number sign 是吗 ？Number sign。Number sign, Unicode, hash mark. 16进cool. 就是这个是代表16进制 character and text characters from 0 to 9 and A to F.A, B, C, D, E, F, 6. There are 6 alphabets. The first pair of characters represent red. 第一组是代表红色。The second pair represent green. 第二组代表绿色。And the third pair represent blue. 第三组代表蓝色。For example, hold on.What does that mean? 所谓的组指的是 4B 是一组 53 是一组 20 是一组，是这意思吗？In the class screen class selector, set a background color property to a hex color code with the value 00 for red, FF for green, and 00 blue. 看起来是的哦。好呀，没问题。00 FF 00 Whoa, cool. But what does that mean? What does that mean? FF 是最大的那个，所以是这个调到最大的意思吗？Step 47. You may already be familiar with decimal. Decimal. 十进制
Decimal.
有吗？我有很了解十进制吗？ Decimal. Or base 10 values which go from 0 to 9. Hexadecimal or base 16 values go for 0 to 9, then add to F. 9加 6。A B C D E F G， 不对 ，A B C D E F 6。6 plus 10, 0 to 9. There are 10 numbers, so in plus 6 alphabets, so there are 16 numbers, 16 different values. Okay, got it? With hex colors, 0 is 0% of that color, and FF is 100%. Got it. Oh, got it. So 0 is the 0%. F is the biggest number, and it means 100%. Okay, got it. 0, 0. Boom, 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 translate to 0 to red, boom, boom, 100% green, and 0% blue. And this the same as RGB 02550. 真的耶，一模一样。Lower the intensity of green by setting the green value of the hex color to 7F. 7F. 7。所以数字跟英文，数字跟字母代表的寓意还是不同的，是吗？不然为什么它设定的是 7F？ 为什么是这样子的组合？而且你看，它还帮它换颜色，感觉应该是有什么不同。那我如果换个1呢？代表什么？好像没有变哦。A 呢？好像真的都没有变耶，看起来差不多啊。哦，亮度就是亮度。你看 A 比较暗 ，F 比较亮。那我这边调9呢？9好像，9好像也变暗了。3，是慢慢越来越亮。6、7，真的耶。Step 48. The HSL color model or hue, saturation, and lightness is another way to represent colors. HSL color model 是什么？应该不是 hex 吧？感觉不太一样。
Saturation.
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 Saturation. Saturation. Market saturation. The airport is approaching saturation with more than 20 million passengers per year. The theme park industry has already reached its saturation point. Really, huh? The CSS HSL function accepts 3 values: a number from 0 to 360 for hue, a percentage from 0 to 100 for saturation, and a percentage from 0 to 100 for lightness. 就是分成3个面向，其中一个呢是0到360，是否种类 ，hue 是种类嘛，percentage， 然后有另外一种是0到100的，0到360是数字哦，然后0到100是 percent， 是百分比，是否 saturation 就是饱和度的，就是颜色的饱和度，颜色饱不饱和 ？OK。然后另外一个是0到100，也是 percentage， 也是那个叫什么？也是那个 percentage 那个叫什么东西？百分比 for lightness 就是亮度。Okay. If you image a color wheel, the hue red is at 0 degrees, green is at 1 to 0 degrees, and blue is at 240 degrees. Saturation is the intensity of a color from 0%. Or gray to 100% for pure color. Huh? You must add the percent sign. 要加这个 percent 的符号 to the saturation and lightness value. OK, 是对这两行，不是这两行要加 percent 的符号，人家才知道你是 percent 不是数字。Lightness is how bright a color appears from 0% or complete black to 100%, complete white with 50 being neutral. 白色是中性色吗？
Neutral.
Neutral.
In the class Blue CSS rule, use the HSL function to change the background color property to pure blue. Set the hue to 他要告诉我数字 OK HSL and then hue to 240 and 100% percent here and then 100% 50% here. Whoa, what about it's the lightness, right? What about 80? Oh, it's beautiful. I love this color. Whoa, it's been more beautiful. 100? Oh, 100 is disappear. Okay. Ooh. 所以它会越来越浅呢 ，lightness 会越来越浅了。真的耶，这边就是变深了耶。中间的这个饱和的意思是，灰不灰阶，亮不亮？好灰哦。OK， 那好像可以理解为什么他这边说 for pure 或是灰色是100%。是吗？没有啊，灰色怎么会是100%？或者是0%吧？对啊，你看好灰哦。真的sorry， 是我看错 from 0% 或是 gray， 所以0就是灰色。OK， saturation 可以理解它的颜色的饱和度。如果都不饱和，就是不滴颜料进去的概念，那就是会灰色灰的100才是否那个颜色纯正的颜色。OK， 色素加最多的意思啦。Step 49. You've learned a few ways to set flag colors in CSS. 什么是 flag color? 平的颜色。什么叫平的颜色？ But you can also use a color transition, a gradient, or an element. Flag colors. What is flag colors? Here? 这么多 Whoa, what is this? 很多不同颜色耶，该不是色盘吧？ 是色盘吗 ？Flag color， 看起来像色盘欸，就是每个颜色都有自己对应的名字。还是色卡？固定不变的颜色，那感觉就是色卡啊，固定不变。
Gradient.
Gradient.
Transition.
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 transition,
Transition. 还是想知道它的中文，虽然可以猜出来。平面的吗？原来是没有光影的，很2D 的。确实OK。真的耶，酷。A gradient is when one color transitions into another. 就是渐层。The CS linear gradient function lets you to control the the direction of the transition along a line and which color are used. One thing to remember is that the 好想知道怎么念哦，有这个字吗？有诶。
Linear.
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 linear,
Linear.
A linear diagram. Linear measurement. Linear. Function 是 create。有件事要记住是这个 linear gradient function actually creates an image element。这个是就是你要在 image 的 element 里面创建的元素 ，and it's usually paired with background property which can accept an image as a value。所以它通常需要跟 background property 用在一起。In the class, write CS rule, change the background color property to background. Okay. Boom. Step 50. The linear gradient function is very flexible. 这个调整，你叫什么？渐层的这个非常的弹性。线性坡度就是渐层。Here is a basic syntax you'll use in this tutorial. 基础的东西的要素，你会用在这个教程里面。tutorial
tutorial,
tutorial
tutorial,
tutorial syntax
syntax,
syntax
syntax,
syntax
syntax,
syntax gradient direction is the direction of a line using for transition. 这个是就是它过渡色的方向。OK, gradient direction. Color 1 and color 2 are color arguments. Arguments 就是叫它出来的东西 which are the colors that will be used in the transition itself. 这些颜色可以自己用，颜色的过渡。This can be any type of color, including color keywords, hex, RGB, or HSL. Now you apply a red to green gradient along a 90-degree line to a first marker. 90度的线 Okay. First, the class red CSS rules set a background property to a linear gradient 然后括号 and pass it the value 90 degree as the gradient direction. Okay. 来了 linear linear 写一杠 gradient 是这样拼吗 gradient 是，然后给它一个 value 90 degree sorry 不用打全部 as the 这个还要打吗as 他说 as 不用吗不用OK Step 51 you will use the RGB function for the colors of this gradient 用这个 RGB 来给这个 gradient 颜色 In the linear gradient function, use the RGB function to set the first color argument to pure red. 要在这个 function 里面设 RGB， 用 RGB。那我想一下是这样吗？然后 RGB， 还是我可以直接空格？好像可以直接空格这我记得框框里面。括号里面是可以直接空格的，然后直接加吗？最大数字是多少？2550。有出现是有出现，但没有跑出来啊。等到逗号不给用。空格还是要啦，但是要那个逗号。怎么没有出来？Step 52. You won't see gradient yet because the linear gradient function needs at least 2 color arguments to work. 因为合理，因为它是渐层色嘛，那你要做渐层一定要2个颜色，你没办法只用1个颜色做出渐层。In the same linear gradient function, use the RGB function to set the second color argument to pure green. 在这个同一个 linear gradient 里面，用 RGB function 来设置第2个颜色。那它第2个颜色要绿色。OK， 那就给它逗号，然后 RGB。0冒号空格205冒号不对，逗号空格 Go Yeah 哇 Cool 哇哦出来了 That's cool That's super cool cool 90度可是90度是指说只切中间吗 Step 53 As you can see, the linear gradient function produces a smooth red-green gradient, while the linear gradient function needs a minimum of 2 color arguments to work. It can accept any color arguments. 它可以接受任何颜色，就是2个颜色都可以。Use the RGB function to add pure blue as the third color argument to the linear argument function. 还要再加？为什么一支蜡笔要加那么多个过渡色，而且是那么多个没有任何关联的过渡色？好像彩虹的感觉。霓虹灯 Step 54 Color stops Color stops allows you to fine-tune 是什么意思 Where colors are placed along the gradient line They are a length unit like pixel 长度的单位长度是吗 Length 是长度吗对啊
Length
The ball is 10 meters in length or percentage that follow a color in a linear gradient function. For example, in this red-black gradient, the transition from red to black takes place at the 90% point along the gradient line. So red takes up most of the available space. 那这90 degree 是什么意思呢？我就不太懂了。就变成说它可以用 percent 或是 pixel 这种长度的单位，就是决定它的范围嘛。那也包括说决定颜色的范围也可以。那红色90%的话，红色就会比较多。那这90 degree 是怎样呢？90 degree 在里面扮演了什么样的角色？程度还是角度？Okay. In the linear gradient function, at a 75% color stop after the first red color argument. Do not add color stops to the other color's argument. 在这个里面呢，加一个75的 color stop after the first red color argument. 在这个后面，在这个后面 hold on， 在这个后面，所以我要加在哪 ？Red， 可是它现在用 RGB 显示呢。然后，那我75要放在哪？直接加在它后面吗？放在这吗？75%，真的哎，这么直观的吗？Step 55. Now that you know the basics of how the linear gradient function and color stops work. Color stops. 为什么它叫 color stops? 为什么？有没有原因啊？我想知道为什么它要叫 color stop。为什么？好好奇。它为什么要叫 color stop? You can use them to make the markers look more realistic. 你可以用这个 color stop 跟 linear gradient 的函数 function 函数 OK 让它看起来更真实 In the linear gradient function set gradient direction to 180 degree OK 它的对啊就是方向是颜色哦该不会是个渐层的方向吧这里这个90度所以如果改成180会变成是这样子我来试试看真的 cool interesting 很好玩呢 Step 56 Next set the color stop for the array to 0% Nani? 0%? Oh And the color stop for green to 50% 50% Oh And the color stop for blue to 100%. 100%. Boom. 100. 这是代表，想想它的长度，是代表它的位置，有点算是它的位置吗？50是在中间，0是在上面，就是起始点，100是在下面。Step 57. Now that color stops are set, you apply different shades of red to each color argument in a linear gradient function. 你可以设置不同阴影程度的红色，在每个不同的 color argument. The shades on the top and bottom edges of the marker will be darker. 在这个就是光影光线里 shades 是吧？阴影对吧 ？shade， 但是它叫 s， 所以要念 shades。On the top， OK， 下面的部分底座会看起来比较暗 ，while the one in the middle will be lighter。在中间的部分会比较亮，正常，因为它是蜡笔嘛，它是圆柱状的。As if there a light above it， 就像有光在上面一样。For the first color argument, which is currently pure red, update the RGB function so the value for red is 1 to 2. 1 to 2. Oh. The value for green is 40. Hold on. For green 是这个。First color argument. 74. And the value of blue is 14. Like this? No. Oh. 是第一个要全变，后面不管，还没管到后面。Sorry。122 74 14。我瞬间看不出它在哪里，它有动吗？Step 58. Now modify the second color argument in the linear gradient function, which is currently pure green. Update the RGB function so the value for red is RGB function. 他叫我要改这个 pure green 啊，这个 pure green 改成红色是245，绿色是62，蓝色是113。Whoa! Hold on! 我知道为什么。刚刚这里这个改的，因为它这是0%，所以要改的上面这一层的颜色。我现在50% 改的是中间这一层的颜色。难怪我刚看觉得这颜色没有变化特别明显。我刚主要看的这2个部分，这边确实是那个好像老塞的颜色。Step 49. Finally, modify the third color argument. 巴拉巴拉，第3个这个来了。16227，看，在变色喽，然后27，哇。Step 60. The red marker is looking much more realistic. Now you'll do the same for the green marker using the combination of the linear gradient function and hex colors. In the class green CSS rules, change the background color property to background. 这样继续改其他后面的啦。Step 61. For this marker, you will use the hex color codes for your gradient. Use the linear gradient function and set gradient direction to... Okay. 我想想哦。Linear boom gradient 冒号，然后180 degree OK. In the first color argument 来了，颜色来了，逗号叫出来 ，and 然后空格 and the first color argument use hex color code with the value 55 for red. Hex 它要我用 hex， 所以我要这里 hex 是这个井字号hash mark 我是 number signed 50 68 0D for blue. 没有校对。Background property linear gradient. 校错了，它是要括号，我校成冒号。OK, sorry. 怎么还是错？错在哪？该不是不用空格吧？不是啊。是 background color 这边要放 linear gradient， 是这样，是吧？但为什么没有跑出来呢 ？Why？ 不是把它叫出来了吗 ？Why？ 为什么 ？Why？ 他是没有叫我放在 background color 里面吗？好像没有呢。那怎么知道是要放在 background 里面？哦，是因为这里本来就放在 background 里面。OK， 可以理解，因为它就是附属于颜色之上的、颜色之下的东西嘛。OK， 我们差不多1个小时了，那我们今天先玩到这边啦，很有趣耶，很有趣，非常有趣，很期待明天继续来玩。那我们就拜拜喽，拜拜。